Imagine a powerful empire called the Ottoman Empire stretching across Southeast Europe for hundreds of years. This empire took over Bulgaria, ruling its land and people for almost 500 years. Welcome to Cryptic Mystic Vault, where we unravel the secrets of ancient mysteries. From the late 1300s to the late 1800s, life for Bulgarians changed drastically. The Ottomans brought new ways of life, new rulers, and new problems. Bulgarians, once in charge of their own destiny, were now under the control of a faraway empire. The Ottoman rulers held all the power. The Sultan, their leader, and his officials made all the decisions. Bulgarians had no say in how things were run. Their traditional ways of life were disrupted, and they had to pay heavy taxes. The Ottomans were Muslims, while most Bulgarians were Orthodox Christians. This difference in religion would have a huge impact on Bulgarian society for many years to come. Under Ottoman rule, Bulgarian culture faced constant pressure. The Ottomans wanted to strengthen their control, so they made it difficult for Bulgarians to hold on to their identity. One of the biggest challenges was the suppression of the Bulgarian language. Turkish became the official language of government and schools, while Bulgarian was only allowed to be spoken at home and in church. This was a major setback for Bulgarian literature, education, and culture. The Ottomans also discouraged Bulgarian customs and traditions. Traditional Bulgarian clothing, music, and dance were often seen as threats. Instead, Ottoman customs were promoted. Life was tough for most Bulgarians. Bulgarian farmers, the heart of their economy, were burdened with heavy taxes and forced to work on land owned by the Ottomans. They barely had anything to show for their hard work, and getting ahead seemed impossible. To make matters worse, the Ottoman Empire began to weaken. Corruption and inefficiency became widespread, leading to even more hardship for the Bulgarian people. Even though times were hard, the Bulgarian spirit never died. The people of Bulgaria, despite facing numerous challenges and hardships, held on to their identity and traditions with unwavering determination. The desire for freedom and self-rule burned brightly, passed down through generations. This flame of hope and resistance was kept alive in the hearts of the Bulgarian people, a testament to their enduring spirit. Throughout the centuries of Ottoman rule, Bulgarians resisted in big and small ways. From covert acts of defiance to open rebellions, they continually sought to reclaim their autonomy and preserve their way of life. These acts of defiance took many forms, from armed uprisings to protecting their culture. The preservation of traditional crafts and customs became a silent form of rebellion, a way to assert their identity. Bulgarian monks, seen as guardians of Bulgarian culture and faith, played a crucial role in keeping the spirit of resistance alive. They were not just religious figures but also cultural custodians and educators. They secretly copied and distributed Bulgarian books and writings, preserving the language and literature that the Ottomans tried to wipe out. This clandestine activity was vital in maintaining a sense of national identity. In the 1700s and 1800s, the Bulgarian national revival movement gained strength. This period marked a significant resurgence in Bulgarian cultural and national consciousness. Inspired by new ideas from Europe and a growing sense of national pride, Bulgarian intellectuals began to rediscover and celebrate their heritage. They were influenced by the European Enlightenment, which emphasized reason, individualism, and a return to classical knowledge. They called for the revival of the Bulgarian language, the establishment of Bulgarian schools, and ultimately, freedom from Ottoman rule. Education became a powerful tool in the fight for national liberation. This growing national consciousness was further fueled by the growing economic disparities between the Bulgarian majority and the Ottoman ruling class. The economic struggles of the Bulgarian peasants contrasted sharply with the wealth of the Ottoman elite. As the 1800s progressed, the desire for political and economic autonomy became increasingly intertwined with the desire for cultural recognition and freedom. The movement for independence was not just about political change, but also about reclaiming and celebrating Bulgarian identity. The Bulgarian Orthodox Church played a crucial role in preserving Bulgarian identity and fostering a sense of unity among the people. It was more than just a religious institution. It was a cultural and social cornerstone that helped maintain the spirit of the nation. During the long centuries of Ottoman rule, the Church served as a safe haven for Bulgarian culture and a center of resistance against assimilation. It was within the walls of these sacred spaces that the Bulgarian language, traditions, and customs were kept alive. The Ottomans allowed the Bulgarian Orthodox Church to continue functioning, though with limitations. These restrictions were often severe, but the Church found ways to adapt and continue its mission. This was partly due to the Ottoman Empire's system of governing different religious communities, which granted a degree of autonomy. This system, known as the millet system, allowed the Church to operate within certain boundaries. Despite the limitations, the Church became a powerful symbol of Bulgarian identity. It stood as a beacon of hope and resilience, inspiring generations to hold on to their heritage. It provided spiritual guidance, preserved Bulgarian traditions, and fostered a sense of community among Bulgarians. The Church was a place where people could come together, share their stories, and find solace in their shared faith. Church services were often conducted in Bulgarian, providing a rare opportunity for people to hear and speak their native language. This was crucial in keeping the Bulgarian language alive during times of oppression. The Church also played a crucial role in the Bulgarian national revival movement. It was a hub for revolutionary ideas and a meeting place for those who dreamed of a free Bulgaria. Many prominent Bulgarian intellectuals and revolutionaries of the 19th century were educated in church schools or monasteries. These institutions were not just places of learning, but also incubators of national consciousness. These institutions became hotbeds of nationalist sentiment, nurturing the ideals of freedom and self-determination that would eventually lead to Bulgaria's liberation. The Church's influence was instrumental in shaping the nation's path to independence. Bulgarian intellectuals and revolutionaries knew that education was key to achieving their goals. They believed that knowledge was the foundation upon which they could build a free and independent nation. They understood that a nation robbed of its language and history could not be truly free. The suppression of Bulgarian culture by the Ottoman Empire was a stark reminder of this truth. Setting up Bulgarian language schools became a central focus of the national revival movement. These schools were seen as sanctuaries where the Bulgarian spirit could be nurtured and preserved. The first Bulgarian language schools were established in the early 1800s, often facing resistance from Ottoman authorities. Despite these challenges, the determination of the Bulgarian people never wavered. These schools, often humble in their beginnings, provided a vital lifeline for Bulgarian culture and identity. They were the seeds from which a national consciousness would grow. They taught children the Bulgarian language, history, and literature, instilling in them a sense of pride in their heritage. This education was more than just academic, it was a form of cultural resistance. At the same time, a Bulgarian literary tradition began to flourish. Writers and poets used their works to inspire and unite the people. Writers like Ivan Vazov, often called the father of Bulgarian literature, played a crucial role in shaping Bulgarian national consciousness. His works captured the essence of the Bulgarian struggle and aspirations. Their works, often filled with patriotic themes and celebrating Bulgarian history and culture, resonated deeply with the people. These literary pieces became a source of inspiration and hope. The spread of Bulgarian language schools and literature had a profound impact on Bulgarian society. It created a network of educated individuals who were ready to lead the nation towards freedom. It fostered a sense of unity and shared identity among Bulgarians, transcending regional differences and solidifying the desire for national liberation. This unity was crucial for the success of their movement. Education became a powerful tool for resistance, empowering Bulgarians to reclaim their language, history, and culture. It was through education that they found the strength to fight for their liberation and build a future for their nation. Hey everyone, let's think about something. What if Bulgaria didn't win its freedom? What if things turned out differently and the Ottomans stayed in charge? The Balkans, this whole area would be a totally different place. Things would have been rough, probably lots of fighting, and it would have taken much longer for things to become modern. And this wouldn't just affect Bulgaria. It would change things for other countries nearby too. Maybe even changing who was friends with who and slowing down the creation of the countries we know today. If Bulgaria hadn't become free, the Bulgarian language and culture, things that make Bulgaria special, might have faded away. Imagine amazing writers like Ivan Vazov, their voices might have been lost. Schools, places where Bulgarian kids learned about their history and who they were, could have become places that taught Ottoman ways instead. The dream of a free Bulgaria, a Bulgaria that makes its own choices, would have stayed just a dream. People wouldn't be able to celebrate their history or who they are. It would have been even harder for them to remember they were Bulgarians. Schools helped everyone feel connected, like they belonged together. Without that, people might have felt lost and separated. Thinking about this "what if" helps us understand just how important Bulgaria's fight for freedom was. It wasn't just about Bulgaria, it changed Europe. Gap 2S. When Bulgaria became free, it saved its amazing culture and helped bring peace and progress to the Balkans. It showed other countries that were being controlled by others that freedom was possible, that it was worth fighting for. When we think about what could have happened, it reminds us how important it is to never give up, to stick together, and to be proud of who we are. Bulgaria's story shows us how powerful education and culture can be, and how important it is to always fight for freedom. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more explorations into the symbols that shape our world.